Hi everybody, Nathan here. Man, it is good to make even an introduction video. It has been so long since I've been able to make Magic content. If you did or didn't know, I'll let you know where I've been, because I know I was diligently producing a video every day and then suddenly stopped. But my parents came to visit and they are staying in this room is my office slash game room slash guest room. And so when my parents were visiting, it just wasn't easy to be able to get in front of the computer and make videos. I also was, trying to spend time with them, and then we went on sort of a long weekend vacation, followed by another long weekend vacation, followed by a long overdue one-on-one vacation with my wife, which I just got back from and was awesome. I know, right? Like, my life sounds so bad. I'm just hanging around, going on vacations. No, but seriously, I just haven't had any time. I could have made time, but it might have been like not the way I should have spent my time. But my parents are leaving soon. Everything should be getting back to normal. And you should start seeing some Magic videos in a few days. Now, the video you're about to see is Blue Moon versus Jund, and I recorded it with Jason. I think it may have been like March 6th, and the plan was to release it on the 9th, but with my job and getting ready to leave on vacation and then the night before just packing, I didn't actually have the time to like edit the video, unfortunately. So it's like a week late. But even though we didn't know what the modern unbannings were going to be then, I still think it's a great versus video, and I'm proud to bring it to you guys, and I'm excited to make more versus videos and just more Magic content in general with the new modern meta. So as always, guys, thank you for watching. I will talk to you soon, but until then, draw well, smash face, and enjoy this versus video. Hi everybody, and welcome to another versus video with me and my friend Jason. Today we're going to be playing Blue Moon versus Jund. The list you see here on the screen is the Blue Moon list. These are both decks that I think will be around, post Eldrazi in some number, Jund probably more. And this is the Jund list that Jason is currently playing. Jason, is there anything that you want to call out as interesting or anything at all in this Jund list?
Well, we are playing Goblin Dark Dwellers, which is sort of new.
Sweet.
Yep, along with Cletus, which I'm excited to see how they perform in the deck. I'm excited to see a couple, more high-end cards added to the mid-range decks.
Yeah, I know. I saw it in one of the GPs, I think, but Goblin Dark Dwellers with Call Against Command is a little ridiculous. It is the value train, as they say.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
The Blue Moon list is more or less standard. It gets a few, we'll call them new cards, but newer, and like Pia and Kiran Dalar. Of course, we're running the 4 main deck Blood Moons. Batterskull is a great card, but we have some backup options against decks like Jund, where those will probably come out for things like Wormcoil and Karanos. Other than that, pretty standard, loosely based off of the list that Jason Tao played at the Pro Tour. I'm kind of a fan of the 3x3 Counterspell Suite, 3 Spell Snares, 3 Leaks, 3 Remands. Also, of course, Bolts, Bursts, Roast, that kind of thing. You ready to get started, Jason?
Yep, we're good.
Okay. Actually, before I get started, I want to throw out some quick thank yous. First and foremost is to the Card Hoarder, the logo that you see here on the screen. Card Hoarder has a great community service in which they will loan cards free of charge to streamers, and in my case, YouTube video makers. And they do it really just because they want to promote content creation in the Magic community. They don't demand that the people that create content with their borrowed cards promote their service, but I use Card Hoarder exclusively now to sell cards to buy cards from via cash or in-game currency in the form of Magic Online tickets. I think Card Hoarder does a fantastic job. Their website is great. It has some cool features like remembering everything you buy. You can also upload your Magic Online collection, so when you're looking at cards, it will already show you what you have, and you don't have to go in and check. I just can't say enough good things about them within the context of buying and selling digital goods on Magic Online, and if you haven't checked them out, I highly recommend you do. The other couple thank yous I want to make sure I get in is actually a special one to Jason Clark. You guys don't know this, but this is the third full time we are going to have recorded this video. And because I'm so used to recording videos on my own, I have a special keystroke on my keyboard that starts and stops recording. Just without even thinking about it, I would say, okay, let's go, and hit it, which would actually stop the recording. We'd record the whole thing, and I would have ended up recording nothing. So thank you, Jason, for being an awesome dude and sport and coming back for time 3. I know that I greatly appreciate it. I'm sure everyone else does as well. I also wanted to throw out a thank you to my buddy Scott for loaning me part of the Jund deck. And with all that being said, let's get to some Magic the Gathering gaming. Okay, so I am on the play. I will play first. This hand is seriously lacking in interaction. I think in the dark we'd probably mulligan this against anything. It's very land heavy. It only has 1 counter spell. We're looking for a little bit more than this. So mulligan. This is not fantastic. We do get a scry. We really need to hit our 3rd land drop here, but I think we can try to keep it.
7's interesting. We're on the draw. We have some interaction. The main problem is that we don't really have a threat right now. And we really want a threat in our hand against any deck. So I don't know. But we have lands. Like my decision is a little more difficult. This is like one of those borderline keepable hands. Yeah, I just don't particularly like the hand in general. So we're going to mulligan, and that is much better.
Yeah, I'm actually still on the fence about my hand. It just, you know, I think I need to say this. I do not want to mulligan this hand because I never want to go to 5. But there's so many decks that this hand will just die to. It is extremely slow, and if we don't end up hitting our 3rd land drop, it's really bad. So as much as I don't want to, I actually think that we need to mulligan this hand, because in short, it just doesn't really do anything the way that it sits. This hand is worse because it has no lands.
Oh no.
This hand is not great either, but we will keep it, and we're going to scry that to the bottom.
We are also going to scry to the bottom. We don't really want this guy in the beginning.
Looks like Jund at this point could be lots of things.
Started off.
Most definitely.
Ooh, okay. Well, we're taking the one interactive card that he can actually play right now.
Oh, we'll play this.
Ooh, that's a good draw.
Yep.
Okay with making him play his removal spell.
Yeah, you know, we're already just... Our mull was so bad, and we're already just kind of so behind. We really can't let him pull ahead with the Dark Confidant, even if he ends up just playing a Goyf that wrecks us. Or that.
Yep, just the good old Bob number 2.
Opponent reveals the land. Bob doing what he does. I think this is unlikely to succeed, but I think we have to try.
Interesting.
Doesn't really matter what we target. Looks like it's just going to get bolted.
I guess I have to pay for this differently.
Oh, this is just going to be the absolute worst thing. Yeah. I think we just discard the spell we're least likely to cast. I'm actually... I mean, I will discard the... I'll discard the Batter Skull. We're furthest away from casting it. We technically have another one in our deck. Alright, we'll just pass here.
Ooh. That was a good draw. Alright, let's go to combat.
We will take our beats from Bob Maher. Happy to use our lucky top deck on this.
Ah.
Ooh.
Man, Bob is hitting us a little bit.
Yeah, he's down to 3. At any cost, though, as they say.
It's true. Helps if I tap my mana correctly.
Yep, nothing we can do about the scavenging ooze. And we just kind of have to pass here. Clearly, the game is not looking good for us at all. But we, I think the correct mulligan decision was made. We just didn't mulligan very well.
Let's do it this way.
If we draw another island, we can potentially give ourselves another draw step. He has another Scoos he can eat. Yeah, we're just really dead. I have a Cryptic Command and a Burst Lightning in hand.
Yeah.
You have about 1,000,000 ways you can kill me.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, so for sideboard, as I said, actually, let's just do we'll do the two pre-sideboard and then 3 post-sideboard. Yeah.
Sounds good.
So I'll just submit again. Hopefully we can have a better game 1 here. That was kind of unfortunate for us. We'll play first. This hand seems much more reasonable than the other ones. I'm going to go ahead and keep it.
Oh, we can definitely not keep our hand. It only has 1 land. Ooh. These are not the lands you want in your opening hand. However, we are on the draw and have a scry. It's a little greedy, but I feel like it's keepable. I don't want to make the mistake of Nate and go to 5, then have to go to 4.
Mistake!
I'll keep this, and that is just fine.
That was perfectly calculated odds, my friend. Alright, so obviously, if we didn't already know, we're playing Jund.
Live Bolt, Cryptic. So we're gonna take the bolt.
Seems reasonable.
Yeah. If we want to land an early threat, bolt's his way to interact with it.
We're fetching here just to thin a little bit. Yeah, lead with this. And that means that this can get a steam vents, because we have this and this and this, and this can go to the bottom, this can go to the top. And we'll just play this.
Okay. Fortunately, our lanes are a little awkward, so we don't get to have a turn 2 follow-up play.
I'm really happy that our opponent did not have a play there. The closer we get to this, the better off we are.
We know about our opponent's Electrolyze, so we have to try and play around that.
I think the way that you do that is you play 2 Dark Confidants on the same turn.
I think that's playing into Electrolyze.
Yeah.
I think we're just going to play this guy. If our opponent's drawing the counterspell, then that happened, but...
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Okay.
And the game is starting to get to a state where I feel like it begins to favor us.
Yeah.
If we can sit back on cards like this, then that's obviously great for us.
Now our opponent's Cryptic is live.
This is interesting. I think the right thing to do here is just to counter draw. Actually, he can't take the Cryptic Command. He can just take the Electrolyze. And if he just trades... Our Electrolyze doesn't kill a lot anyway. Yeah, it's fine, actually. No, we can just let this resolve. Like, he's still just trading 1 for 1 with us there. This is worthy of counter drawing, though.
Yeah.
Let's just do this. Bottom, top, play a land and pass. That's fine. We know it's on top of our library. That needs to be mana leaked.
Yep.
Alright, these could be an issue. But we do have four ways in our deck to hopefully make them a non-issue. I'm sure our opponent knows at this point by all the basic islands that we're playing Blue Moon. At least he probably assumes it.
Yep. Let's see. I have the option of either activating Rage Ravine or playing the card that I drew. So activate Raging Ravine and you don't have a way of interacting with it yet. You take 4, 9, 50. So still a 4-turn clock either way. Yeah, I still only have 1 card in hand. I want to play this and hopefully get some value off of it. It's the hope anyway.
Snapcaster Mage would have been just a totally sick draw for us.
Okay.
Reveal to terminate.
Yep. Not the Not the best.
Yeah, we're not too worried about this.
Yeah. We're just going to activate this guy.
Opponent is representing a pretty serious clock actually now. So we'll fetch. We were at 12, and it doesn't. I don't think it does not reduce in the clock. I need to fetch there and just try to thin. That's not a great draw.
That was good.
Our opponent is drawing better than we are.
Yep. Taking the turn off to play this is probably not what we want to do. We just want to try and kill him as quickly as possible, give him as few turns to draw outs as we can.
Seems reasonable. Oh, it is what it is.
So opponent has one card. We have the extra life.
So if our opponent has access to a forest, then this isn't great. Actually, it doesn't really matter because, yeah, I don't think there's a way out of here because I have a cryptic command, and even if I was to tap and bounce this Raging Ravine, then he can float a green and then just activate the other one. Let's see. Conversely, if I just bounce, yeah, I don't really think there's a way for Cryptic Command to get me out of this one.
With me having the second Raging Ravine on the table, I don't think so.
What would I have drawn?
So, what was our counter draw?
Yeah, I'm just doing it just to see what's under.
See what?
Aha! Too late for that. I drew Blood Moon.
Oh yeah.
All right, guys. That is both game ones. I actually think that it's not tilted really heavily in the favor of Jund.
Yeah.
I think, and I actually think the game was looking pretty reasonable there when we mana leaked. I think it was like Liliana, and then shot his Dark Confidant. But then after that, we drew 3 or 4 lands in a row, and our opponent did not. So I think that's what where the matchup really took a turn. Ready for some sideboard games, Jason?
Yep.
All right. I will. Let's see. Yeah, I will concede. I would have lost anyway. That'll allow me to be. Okay, that's the whole match actually. So I'll just set up another one here.
Okay.
And then I will concede so that I can elect to be on the play the next game, and we can go to sideboard.
Yep, sounds good.
Alrighty. Okay, so for sideboard, these come out mainly because they can just be a real blowout because of Call Against Command. These come in because they're more resilient. These come in as well for things like man lands. This is reasonable. Trying to remember how I did this in the past. Electrolyze doesn't really kill much. The remands are not very good. This only has a few targets, and I don't think it's worth it. This is good. All of these are good. It's fine to keep one of these, I think. Let's see. Trying to decide if the Anger of the Gods is better than Remand, because we could potentially, like, I don't think so. I don't think Anger's great here. Like, a lot of his glyphs might just be too big, and then we still might have to, like, Bolt and Anger to kill one thing, and I don't really think that's where we're going to want to be. I think we really just want to survive until we can land these type of threats, and yep, this is what we're going to run.
Okay. So we are going to cut these 3 right here on the right to bring in these 3. The rest of our sideboard isn't that great for this matchup. We just don't really have too many of the tools you need for it. So, and for the most part, our main deck plan is fine against them. It's just a matter of like disrupting them early so they don't like Blood Moon us or have the counter magic or removal spells for our threat, land a threat, and then just ride that to victory. This is what our game plan is. So we're just gonna board a little bit to help with that because these are pretty much dead in this matchup. So
it is probably worth mentioning that in the post Eldrazi meta, if they're, if blue decks become a thing again, even though there's no twin, then Jund lists will probably be running Choke. And I know that there's a lot of blue-white control right now, but I don't know if that deck will. I'm not sure how good it will be post Eldrazi. We'll just have to see. Okay, so yes, we're going to be on the play. Yeah, I think. We have this, but I feel like we're leaving quite a bit too much to chance. It's another one-lander, so I'm actually going to mulligan here.
Yeah, we have lots. I think I'm also on the mulligan. We have lots of threats, but no interaction.
I think I have to mulligan this as well, unfortunately. This is keepable.
It's a little awkward, but I think it's keepable. I don't really want to go to 5 and run the draw and get a scry, so I'll keep the 6.
We'll keep this as well and put that on the bottom.
We'll put that right on top.
Because we just scryed a card we didn't want to the bottom, we're actually just going to lead on this rather than do... Actually, it doesn't really matter. We're going to be getting basics with these probably anyway, so we can just lead with this. We just won't fetch.
Yep. We'll just lead with this.
I think that it's either this or this, but I actually... We're going to end up using it on this anyway. And I don't hate just... Well, we're gonna be doing this, but I don't hate the meddling with our opponent's mana and cantripping early.
Yeah, it's a bit annoying. Yeah. Just play this.
Yep. I'm just gonna go with this plan.
Oh no.
We just need to find a way to deal with this.
Stop it, Bob. And the race is on.
Yeah, you are racing your own, Bob. It's kind of funny.
Okay. Yep, move to discard.
Blood Moon doing exactly what it's supposed to do, not let our opponent play magic.
Oh, I have to discard again. Oh, jeez.
Our opponent probably has a way to deal with this if we attempt it. This isn't a hugely fast clock, and I think the chances that we draw into some removal are pretty high, so... If we draw another one of these, we can always just send it upstairs. This is going to look a little weird, but we're actually going to cast this while holding priority, which did not work. Well, option 2. I was going to try and remand our own Snapcaster Mage just to
draw a card.
Just to try to draw into a piece of removal, but for some reason, even though I was holding control, that didn't work. Who knows how many bolts my opponent has? I want to kill this, so I'm actually going to try and defend it.
Oh.
He may just have more bolts. That's probably the only spell he can cast, but if we can actually kill the Bob, then I'm happy about that.
Unfortunate.
Really want to draw a third island. Yeah, we'll remand this. That is unfortunate. That is the one spell our opponent can can cast.
Man. Now the question is, which one do I want? Lightning Bolt to make it a 2-turn clock. I think I'd rather use this though. Ooh, snare, command. Well, only one real choice out of those.
Grr. I feel like I'm going to die, and this is not how I expected this game to go.
Interesting. All right. Oh no. No. The good news is our opponent has to double block.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what Menace does, actually. It can't be blocked.
You have to be blocked by 2 or more creatures.
Okay. So that's some... Uh-oh. Forest.
Yep.
I would much rather have Spreading Seas to that, but you didn't have it earlier.
Nope. Sadly, I know he's not going to make it, but I have to get them out of your hand.
Yup.
Oh, no.
Well, we're at a really awful life total considering the deck that we're playing against.
Has Lightning Bolt, yeah. Well.
Yeah, considering that it has Lightning Bolt. Yes, we just let that resolve. And the reason is obviously if he used to play a Goyf later, then...
Yeah. Bolt doesn't kill Goyf.
Precisely.
Ah,
I didn't think you were slow rolling me on a bolt. I think if you had drawn one, you just would have fired it off.
yeah, yeah. Unfortunate. We almost got there.
You almost got there. You didn't even cast many spells. Finally, like once that Blood Moon came down.
Yeah.
All right, we're just gonna keep everything the same here.
Yep. Same.
All right, here's that's the game that I mulled to like 5 again.
Yep.
The Power of Blood Moon. This hand's keep.
Oh man, I'm on the play. You really want some discard, but I think we're gonna keep it.
Yeah, I think that the games where Jun basically goes like turn 1 Inquisition or Thoughtseize into something, or just potentially even another
Discard spell, yeah.
Yeah, those games it is much more likely to win. Since we drew this, we will play this. I think we want probably both of these. Yes, we'll just put these like this. See, actually, probably really probably want this to get a basic. Yeah, so we're gonna play this. We don't have to fetch now though. We can just wait till our next draw step, draw the card we want. We may want to protect our hand with this, and if it's okay at that point if we do.
I'll force our opponent to react.
And we will. Opponent does have a basic swamp in play, so I don't know if they have a forest in their hand, but I think this is still the right line to take.
Ooh, ooh, lots of burn. I mean, taking any of the burn spells is bad because he just has snap for it, so we're just gonna take the snap and leave him with. So let's see, roast, burst, lightning, bolt, cryptic, and island.
All right. So I think, again, we're in a pretty good position. We have an active Blood Moon. Well, it's not really active. It's out there. We have an out there Blood Moon and a Cryptic Command in hand. We can deal with this threat. We can counter any threat that he might play.
Interesting decisions.
We'll probably go ahead and just bolt the Grim Lavamancer. And the reason we're not using Burst Lightning is Burst Lightning does represent higher damage potential. If at some point he's ever able to like get a Liliana in play, this can deal with Liliana. Although he's basically going to have to draw a forest. He's going to have to get rid of this Blood Moon. That's interesting. Get back. Colligan's Command. I kind of want to just... I kind of want to counter draw this. What could he have that I don't want him to play? I guess if he has like a... If he has another Goblin Dark Dweller, then this could be really good because I counter draw this and then he untaps and he... But if that's the case, we do still have this. I think I'm fine to do this. Well, let's see the thing. I don't really care that he's getting back Grim, but it's just the 2-for-1 is annoying. You know, actually, I think I'm just gonna let it happen and then just discard this. It's fine.
Okay.
Because he has this now Spellbomb anyway, so now we're just kind of still... We're sitting here on this, and if he wants to then just play the Grim again, then fine. Yeah, I'm actually going to now do this.
Yep.
And then this. Sure.
Gross.
Yeah, this is exactly what we were looking to get into play here as a way to try to close this game down. We obviously can't sit behind a Blood Moon for forever. Eventually our opponent will draw a forest. Yeah, not surprising. He's going to go ahead and cycle here. Eventually he'll draw a forest, then he'll have an Abrupt Decay, and eventually just kill our Blood Moon.
Modes on this is a bit harder this time. I think I want this and this.
Okay.
Okay.
That was a good draw.
Oh. There goes pretty much any hope we had. Now we really just want to draw a basic forest at some point. Unable to cast spells.
Who needs those? Alright, so 11, 10, 9.
Yup.
Ooh, let's draw cards. Yes to all of this.
Backup Blood Moon.
So now our opponent really has to draw. They have to get. I think they're just really dead. They're gonna have to like Maelstrom Pulse with They're going to have to somehow get a black source and a green source and Maelstrom Pulse.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this ought to do it here.
Yep.
Blood Moon doing work. That was the
second
game too?
Yep. So we got one more to go.
All right, so I will go ahead and host here, and then yeah, we'll just reboard.
I'll concede, so
yep,
I get the choice.
Okay, it's going to board the same way that we have been. Yep.
So I'm going to be able to play this time. It would be great if we had a second land.
Yeah, I think that this hand is more or less what we're looking for.
This hand is a little bit slower, but I really don't want to go to 5 on the play. It's okay.
I mean, I'm not really giving anything away because, I mean, Jason knows what the deal is, but this hand's a little less good if our opponent prioritizes basics, but he's likely to anyway. However, we do have this, so I mean, I think it's fine. That's interesting. Yeah, I see no reason not to just lead like this. Opponent neglecting to fetch. He either is short on lands, or he just wants to decide. He's trying to get a little more information to figure out what he's going to need, what basics he's going to need to fetch.
This is a little bit scary to play right here, but
we have a decision. We can either do this, or we can do this. I'm really tempted to just do this, and if our opponent doesn't have another way to make green mana, then it may stick there. So that's actually what I'm going to do.
oh,
because since we're on this plan, I think that has the potential to make it so that this doesn't get interrupted. That is one of his absolute best cards against us. Probably going to discard one of these because we don't have too much to do with them.
This discard's going to be awkward. I feel like our opponent's on a Blood Moon plan currently against us. Like he has one in hand, which means I want to keep this and this, so I have to discard this. But this spell's really good, so it hurts a little. It stings.
Considering that we also want to do this, that's pretty good for us, I'd say. All right. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do that. We have the option then of this, which is what the plan is. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's still just one of these. Let's see. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Ooh. Ugh.
And so now Lily can't actually... What I was just making sure is like he can't make us sacrifice the Goyf until we can punch Lily for 3.
Hmm.
So if we discard this, then this gets... Let's see. 1, 2, 3... It gets bigger. And if we then punch Liliana with it, he will have to... It depends if he has a Terminate in his hand. Yeah, I'm still just going to do that. Actually, no, it doesn't make any... Depends what he discards, I guess.
Yeah, this, and this. Makes me want to get rid of this.
I think it's going to be this. Let's see, what could he... How could he answer this?
Risky. We'll try this. It's a risky line, but...
Oh, you know what? I made a mistake.
Discarded a sorcery?
No, I did that on purpose because I was thinking I could attack you with Goyf, but Goyf will not untap on my turn.
Correct.
Which makes this line less good. However, it's interesting. I think I just pass here.
Okay. We do this right now.
Why can't I respond to this?
Should be able to, as far as I know.
Yeah, like the activated abilities on the stack. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I know why.
Oh, it's too big.
Yeah.
Went to the graveyard. Yep.
All right. Well, it's not exactly how I drew this up in my head. So we were choosing the thing to sacrifice.
Yep.
Well,
so we give it the option that I give him is all of his lands or all of his non-land permanents. Yep.
That's a mighty big Goyf, sir.
Yes, it is. Almost maximum power.
Well, so we're kind of just losing here because I selected a really bad line.
Yeah. I was lucky that the line that I thought you were on is what actually happened.
Yeah. Because let's see, I think it would have been at what we could have done. Like, we still may have been in that position, but we just basically could have killed the Goyf with that roast. And maybe the line that I took was trying to get a little too cute, and I should have just eliminated his threat, knowing that he was probably going to ultimate Lily and then have to do essentially what he did anyway, which is like, all right, dude, you can keep your lands, or you can keep your Blood Moon, or your Spreading Seas and your Vidalcan Shackles. Yeah. But at least at this point, we would have been...
You would have not.
We would have had 9... We would have been at 9 life, and we wouldn't have taken the damage. The Goyf would be dead, basically. The line we took was just a lot riskier. And I think that had I sort of thought through that a little more carefully, and thought, okay, well, wait a second. He's actually going to get to Ultimate Lily, and seen. I could have figured out how that would have played out and recognized that I just needed to shoot the Goyf. But as it stands, I didn't. So rather than let my opponent kill me, I will do it by my own hand.
Awesome.
All right, well, that is a game. Man, we've actually done this 3 times now, Jason. So
yeah,
even though the viewers have only seen the last 5, we've actually technically probably done this. We've probably done this for 15 rounds at this point.
it's been. Let's see.
16 actually, because it was either the first or the second one. We decided to just play 2 full matches.
Yeah, the second was 2 full matches. The first one was the same as this one, where it's 2 game 1s and then 3 game 2s.
So what is your opinion? Because I think you're an expert at this point.
So the deck is it's a lot closer than I think people might estimate it. If it feels like if John gets the early turn discard into a threat, into some sort of like backed up, more proactive answers, then the John deck is probably favored in that case. However, I feel like if they kind of keep a clunky hand, or don't really have the discard, or they don't have their threat element like they're supposed to, and then the Blue Moon deck can land a Blood Moon or like a key spreading seas, it really, really hampers the John deck's way to win. That being said, we've seen me. It wasn't this time. I almost won with Dark Dwellers this time through Blood Moon, and then last week when we played, I won through Blood Moon off of Dark Dwellers.
Yeah, I definitely think it's kind of weird, right? Like there was one or 2 games I know we played where you ended up playing really well because you were just holding up Abrupt Decay no matter what.
Yeah.
Which made the game sort of go a lot slower, but you were eventually able to deploy your threats while protecting yourself against Blood Moon with Abrupt Decay. And it seems like you can either go that line, or depending on what you have in your hand, go like, discard to take my roast, to play a Goyf, to discard something else, and then I can't like answer it. You can eventually just beat me down. But I do think that just after playing this, not in all situations, but the longer the games go, the more advantageous I think it is for
Blue Moon. Yeah.
For Blue Moon, like, and if I ever get to that point where the Blood Moon is in play and I have a Cryptic in hand or a couple of counter spells, I think it's really difficult to win because you're usually limited to only playing 1 spell a turn, which just kind of lets me be very picky and choosy about how I employ my permission. And yeah, in all these 15 games, I never played Wormcoil Engine 1 time.
I know.
Obviously, that is like a haymaker. That is. I don't think that. How do you beat that? I don't know if you do. It'd have to be some awkward combination of like Sackett and Maelstrom Pulse or something,
or like Colgan's Command, destroy it, and then like some combination of lightning bolts or something. It would take multiple removal spells, and ugh.
Yeah, I remember I did see Kuranos once. Obviously, it was really good.
It was real good. Killed me.
Yeah,
like normal.
it does what it is supposed to do. Yeah, overall, I think both of these decks are sweet. The Blue Moon deck, if you like playing control strategies, Blue Moon is a control strategy that can sometimes just win because it plays Blood Moon, and you don't need spells like Sphinx's Revelation if you're able to get like a 10 for 1 card advantage spell because you play Blood Moon and now they can't play Magic. And it has just really good, really efficient removal. Roast is a really nice addition. It makes it so that the deck can deal with a lot of creatures that it otherwise couldn't. I know there was one game we played where Shackles was really good.
Yep.
I think the deck is, from a Blue Mage standpoint, I think the deck is a lot of fun to play, and it feels elegant in that you really only have 2 colors to worry about.
Yeah, the deck has a lot of different lines it can take, which is good for the deck.
Yeah, I mean, if you like playing interactive Magic, then this is a good deck. All right, Jason. Well, man, thanks again for coming the 3rd time. I'm sure that me and Jason are going to keep doing this.
Yeah.
It would be great if we could do it once a week, but at least I'm hoping we can do it a couple of times a month. I'm going to go ahead and in the description of this video, I'm going to put a link to a straw poll, and I'm going to throw a couple ideas back and forth with Jason, and we're going to let you guys vote on the next versus video that we will be recording. But until then, Jason, where can everybody find you at?
You can find me on Twitter at RealEvilGenius. You can find me streaming on twitch.tv/RealEvilGenius. Speaking of which, please go and subscribe or follow my channel, whichever one it is that's free. I'm trying to get up to enough followers just so I can also have Card Hoarder loan me stuff to make these versus videos a little bit easier on us.
Yeah, that would be great. And then also, obviously, Jason would be able to make more awesome Magic the Gathering content for those of you guys that like to watch Twitch. All right, guys. Well, thank you for the support. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. And I will see you guys very soon. And until then, draw well and smash face. Bye-bye.